and welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer, and all of our rice is nicely planted here on Hutan Pantai. But yesterday I neglected to sell any of our produce, so I'm going to get that done today. I've taken the dual wheels off of our Kubota front loader here. Well, basically, they were getting in the way a bit, and as nice as they were to have on here, and as nice as it was to have them as a sort of a default setting when we bought it, it's definitely getting in the way. So let's get all of our mushrooms here done up, and we'll take them in one go over to our sale point. That way we can just get all of this money in at once. I also forgot to pay anything off our loan yesterday, so I want to get that done as well today. Do we have that on the front? I'm not sure these are long enough, these forks. No, we should be able to. Yes, I'm sorry, traffic. I know we're blocking you. Let's get under that. There we go. There we are. Right. Is that a Range Rover? That looks a lot like a Range Rover on there as a default vehicle available on the map. Right, so we've got quite a lot of oysters, quite a lot of enoki mushrooms on here. Should bring us in a decent amount of money. Looks like it. Oh yeah, wow, fantastic amount of money from those. And then we've got a pile of stuff here as well. So this area here, actually really pleased with it. Very, very happy that we have this bit that we can use to put processes and things down here. So if we wanted to, we could put another factory over here if we wanted to get some sheep or something like that. But the idea really at the moment is for me to be paying off about 50,000 per day on the loan. We have not gotten near that yesterday, but then we didn't sell any of this stuff yesterday. We didn't get any of this gone. We also did not attempt that many contracts, and we have been selling quite a bit money-wise, or using quite a bit money-wise. So yeah, really want to get as much in here as possible. So we're going to empty this out. We're going to sell all this off, and we'll see where we are at the end of that. Last lot out of our factory is a thing of red beets. They're up to 36,000. Don't know if we've got any goat's milk output, whether that's the cheese or the milk. I think we've been doing milk on here, but I don't think there is any actually on here. We are constantly selling stuff from our rice. Our rice saplings, we're constantly selling those. Yeah, we've got nothing over here, and I don't think there's anything over at the goats. Now the goats, what we're going to be doing today is selling off the older goats. They should have reproduced, and we will just go check this. We've not got any honey really off here. That's how much honey we've had since the start of this. So I think we're going to have to put some more hives in if we want to actually make any money from the honey on here. But around here, I think we've got some goat's milk. I don't think it's much though. There's some in the factory, so it's not too bad. They still have plenty of meadow. Let's have a look at the goats themselves. And we've got yeah, we've got some 0 months. So I don't think these are anywhere near 20% reproduction. 0% reproduction. So I think we may have 10 goats here. Certainly the 34 months can be sold. They are yeah, we'll sell off the 34 months. The 21 months, those aren't ready yet. So let's go switch equipment. I don't think we have a full thing of goat's milk here yet. We don't, so we'll leave that for now. I'm gonna go and get the tractor and the animal transport, and we'll go and sell ourselves some goats. So I held on to this animal trailer because I thought it would be really, really useful. And it turns out that, yeah, it is being useful. As long as it's not costing us a massive amount each day, that's fine. Got to be careful on this corner here where we've got to bring everything around. There we go. And open this up. So yeah, we can get 950 for each of these. So we'll move all of those to the trailer. Only 625 for the 21-month-olds at the moment. So there'll be a couple more months. The 12 months are coming up. Yeah, it's basically just these because we want to keep space in the pasture for when we get reproduction. And we've not got any reproduction from any of them at the moment. In fact, looking at this, we've got puberty. So we're only going to be getting milk off the 21-month-old. I think they come up at older than 8 months can reproduce. So these should be reproducing. So yeah, don't quite know what's happening with the 12-month-olds there. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's go sell these then. And then we need to do some fertilizer on the farm, because at the moment we've got a couple of fields that are a little bit low, and then we need to make sure all of our fields are watered. And while our tractor is heading over to the animal market, we want to get some contracts started, which has been a great way for us to earn money on here each day. And the contracts that are available today, there's a couple of baling contracts that they pay fairly well. We've got a fertilizing contract that pays fairly well. We've got a hoeing contract that plays very well. And we've got, a couple of weeding. In fact, let's take this hoeing contract and we can use the hoe to do that hoeing contract, that weeding contract, and that weeding contract as well. So we will borrow the John Deere setup. We will get this. We'll get this one. We'll accept that contract. And we will also accept the other hoeing. Oh, no, we'll set the weeding contract at the moment. There we go. And so we want to get 42 and 46 done first, ideally. So with everything hooked up on the John Deere, let's set a worker, and we want to go to 42. Yeah, 42, 46 and 43 are all in the same area. So we'll go and do 42 first. So create job. They are all over this way. No, they're all up here. There we go. And we want this to do 42 first. So we will set that in that corner there and start job. That should now, head off and get that done. I've made it up to the animal market. We are emptying out our goats. So 4,750 from them. And there we go. 41,495. Right, this trailer lives over here, and we want to park this up here, and then we're gonna have to go and get some care wheels on this tractor. And before I flood the fields today, I want to go and put a little bit of extra fertilizer on those patches where we don't have any at the moment. So bring this over here. Our little fertilizer spreader is in the shed here. Grab that. And then bring it over here and refill it. Now, where do we need to actually fertilize? So turn all of these off. So watered, nothing's watered at the moment. We need to sort that. Needs fertilizing. Yeah, so field 28 and field 30 both need fertilizing. We're close enough here for to change the wheels over. So let's drop down the fertilizer spreader, come around here, and this we need to take the wide tires off. Oh, not with the Michelins, with the Trolleborgs, twins, rear twins, narrow twins. Oh, how much are those? 6,000. No, we should just have narrow tires. I thought we already had narrow tires available on this, but apparently not. I wonder, actually, we might be able to get away with what we already have. Let's go and see if this destroys any of the rice. I don't think it will, but I do need to be absolutely sure of this. So let's check. Oh yeah, that will. Oh, absolutely that will. Let's get some care wheels on this. We need to spend the £1,000, unfortunately. I think we must have got away with this before. Narrow tires. Yeah, we'll spend the 1,000. Customize that. Yes. Okay. I wish I could put a weight on the front of this tractor. I'm slightly surprised that there haven't been any front 3 points released or, you know, anything like that for this kind of tractor. It seems very weird to me that we haven't got anything that I could hook to the front of this to put weights on. I'd really, really like to put weights on this little tractor. Right. However, first, we need to now sort this rice. Yeah, care wheel's not doing any damage. Let's get the steering assist on. Oh, wow, it's not a very... It's going to be a very quick thing. I think we need to do that top line there. We need to do a little bit of this line here, and we need to go round the field once and just ignore most of this section here. Make sure I get everything. I'm just going to do the whole field. It's not going to make much difference. We're not going to spread anything really extra beyond what we need to, and that will make sure that everywhere is got. And yeah, we're not using a massive amount of fertilizer to do it. I think that's probably got most of it. Let's check it. Oh, we've got a little patch here and a little patch there. Otherwise, we're good. Right, let's get these little patches then. Let's see if we've got everything. Yeah, that's got everything. Right, let's go do field 28, which is a lot less of a mess. We'll basically just do the whole field. Okay, on to here. Oh, wow. This is going to be done in like 2 passes. It really isn't going to take very long at all. Very small, very odd-shaped field, as I said last time. But, yeah, just really, really easy to handle. And I think with the amount of overlaps and everything we've had, that should just about do this field. Check it. Yeah, field 28 is done. 31, 30, and 27 are all done as well. 42 is complete. Perfect. Right, we need to go and set our tractor onto 46. There it is. So this one here, create job, set you for 46, and start. That should be off to do that job now. Yeah, so the completed one, we've got no renting cost, so we'll collect that. Okay, 29. Yeah, let's accept that contract. It's got the same size as we have. I'm going to refill this, and then we'll go and do that field there, because it's right next door to us. This job will also give me a chance to talk about this field. I really, really would like to get hold of this field. It's got a massive amount of extra woodland with it, which is useful, or would be useful for us. On top of that, it could be flattened out for a rice paddy. I mean, it drops rather precariously here, so it's going to end up with quite a raised bit. But depending on how you slice it, you could end up with a really, really good field. Or a really, really good rice paddy. You could even, again, do the whole tiered thing and get it so that it was tiered around, doing a couple of ones, because there's a nice flat bit here. There's a few flat bits. Well, you could then tier it going down towards that roadway there. That would work. And yeah, I think you could end up with a pretty good field. Your biggest trouble is going to be that big rock face there. You're going to have it flat roughly at the rock face's height, not to run into problems or not to have to pull it too far away from the rock face. Let's head back this way and go onto this row. So yeah, I think this could be a really, really good field to own. And would still make a pretty solid rice field as well. 90% of the way there. In fact, I think we're about to finish this. Maybe one more turn. Yeah, it's not going to take much to get this last little bit. There's a row over here that I need to grab. Oh, and it is a tiny bit, so a little bit more and we will be finished. There we go. So yeah, that contract's done. Let's collect on that. So collect there. Yes. I'm just looking at the weeding contract on 46. Doesn't seem to have any progress. Is it actually doing the contract or is it just starting on it? It may be just starting on it. No, I sort of would fully expect it to be doing something on this, but this seems to be having no effect whatsoever. When we were doing a weeding contract on the previous field, I don't quite understand what's going on here with this contract. Let's have a look at the actual weed on here. Yeah, that's fully weeded and the hoe is making no difference whatsoever. I'm gonna give it a test here on field 43. Let's see if these ones are about the same size, and yeah, it's affecting these, so don't know what's happened with the other one. It's weird, it worked on 42, it has not worked on 46. So yeah, we'll cancel and lose all payment. Okay, didn't get any kind of problem for that, thankfully. I think I'm going to go and do this one instead. On 38, we've got bale wrapping. We will borrow the items for that. And at 7,000, that's a job I can do myself. And we get to drive this little Lintner, which is a cracking little tractor. In fact, if you haven't seen the news yet, FarmCon is coming from Lintner next year. So we're off to Austria. I have already grabbed my ticket and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping I might see you guys there. I'm hoping this is going to have no issue with these round bales at all. Otherwise, that would be very annoying. Nope, round bales can be wrapped in this without any issue whatsoever. So, yeah, I think this might be time for a time lapse. This is my final bale, and yeah, that should be the whole field done, and we can go and return this up at the shop. I really need to start a farm with one of these little Lintners. They are so maneuverable and such a great little tractor, and I just don't use them enough. So completed bale wrapping 7,073. We will collect that. Okay. And our hoeing contract is continuing on 43. We can't collect the hoeing contract on 43. What we can do is pay off a big chunk of our loan. We have 450,000, so let's repay 50,000, and we're down to just 400,000 left to pay. We are well on the way. It's only left with 236 pounds though. Some interesting choices here. 34 right by our farm. We're gonna take on both of these actually and get both these jobs done. So I'm gonna go with this square baler because that will be easier to do. So we'll borrow the items for that. We'll have to hook up all of this, head up the top, and get it done. Yeah, spawn the tractor a little bit further, or the baler a little bit further over, because I was there. And in fact, I think my hired workers failed to get there. So that's a little bit annoying. I don't quite know why this tractor couldn't navigate to the field. It could have been fairly easy, unless it had a problem with the stones and things on this corner, is very possible. But yeah, that should be fine. So we'll set this going on here just as our hired worker here arrives. Let's unfold the baler, turn it on, drop it down, and yeah, we should be able to zoom through this field quite quickly. And once the hoeing's done on field 19, we'll be able to go and get the other baling contract and get the money in from that as well. When I'm given the choice between a square baler and a round baler for this type of contract, I'm going to go for the square baler every time. And it's simply because we don't have to stop at any point. Even with the automatic unload, we're still having to stop with the round baler to unload. Whereas with this, of course, we don't have to. We just keep going. We just bale the whole field up, and at the end of it, we're done. So with that done, I don't think we've got any more hoeing contracts. We've got 2 weeding ones that are... Oh, do you know what? I would really like to try and do that weeding one for 2,655. But we can't do that and do the second baling contract. Maybe that'll get done in time. So I'm going to accept that. Oh, too many active contracts. Right, which one is the one that we got to pay with? That one. So collect that. Yes. Let's do this weeding contract. So that one there, we'll accept that. Okay. And then we'll see if we can send this create job over to field 10 over here. Pick a location there. Start job. I'm really hoping that finds its way to the field. Up and round. Lift that. And then there's this tiny strip just back down here, which is the 4%. I'm guessing it's the 4% that we are trying to get. There's a tiny little bit over there as well. Is this going to do it? I think this is probably going to do it. 98, 99. There we go. That's got it. So turn that off. Empty it out. Drop those bales there and fold it up. Right, we'll take this over to field 21, which is just the other side. Oh, we're going to have to go through town to get to that. Hopefully they're not requiring round bales. I don't think they are for that. And by the time we get there, maybe field 10 will be done. The 21 is the field just up here. Now this I don't get. This is a baling field. It is growing barley and it's gonna be ready to bale. I think it's being cut early. I've taken the hired worker off this field because it's a fairly odd-shaped field. And that's just about done it. Yep, there we go. Right, we can clear field 10 off. So let's collect field 10. That's another 2,000. I think we probably want to collect this at this point because I don't think there's anything hoeing that's available. There's a weeding contract on 77, but I think we'll leave that. So let's collect this and return that piece of kit. And then I am going to accept the contract on field 25. Field 25 has a cultivating contract that I could set that to go on. That's going to be worth about 2,000. So we'll borrow the items for that. We'll get this set up so that it can go and do it. And while we're doing the baling, this can do that cultivating and get some more cash in. Meanwhile, we can crack on with this. Unfold the baler. And yeah, we can get cracking with this. I really wish I could set up the balers to do a hired worker. Ooh. That is not doing it. They specifically want... Yeah, they specifically want round bales off here. That's slightly annoying. So we'll collect on what we've got. Yes. And we'll cancel that one. We can't do anything with it. We don't have the baler. So cancel that. Yes. Okay. Thankfully, we didn't have any equipment. So that will just be 0. And really, that just leaves this tractor going. None of the other contracts really are worth picking up today. So while this does this, I'm going to jump in here and make sure that we have enough water in all of our equipment and all of our stuff. Just really top things up and finish things off. So we'll start with this one first. Get the greenhouse filled up. These will all take way more water than our water trailer provides. The only exception is the goats, which don't. So refill that. And go round. Hopefully enough space here. Not quite. So we'll have to go down the bottom and turn around. Yeah, we're just going to top everything up with a couple of 1,000 litres of water. And hopefully that will be enough to keep everything going on the farm. Of course, thinking about it, the other thing we need to do today, because otherwise we're going to have problems, is all these fields need flooding again. They all lack water. So let's get the pumps working. Flood the fields. Water level is too low everywhere. And we don't want to lose any of this rice. Flood our second field like that. Third field, that one as well. Field 4, flood that. And finally, field 5 over here, flood that as well. So that should be all of our fields now watered. Yep, all of our rice fields are watered, so those will be good. And really, it's just waiting for our tractor down here somewhere in the mists. But this, I think, is going to take a little while. So I'm going to let this keep going. And we'll get the money off that before the end of the day. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say...
Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.